ever felt like an outsider or disconnected from your environment, or you want to better understand the struggles of those who do, then keep watching today's show. Hi, I'm Jen Maseda, your host of the show Woman2Woman Today, where we inspire women to reach their goals by learning from local women who are reaching theirs. Today we have 4 very impressive women, all students at Framingham State University, who created the group Brilliance, Guidance, Melanin and Togetherness, whose mission is to support women of color to and through their chosen institution of higher education. Thanks for being with us, BGMT.
Wow, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Kenisha, why don't we start with you and we'll go around and please introduce yourselves.
Okay, so I'm Kenisha Hankins and I'm a senior sociology major at Framingham State.
My name is Ade Busola Ajao. I'm a senior and I'm a sociology major and a criminology minor.
My name is Toka Alabi and I'm an economics major and I'm a sophomore at FSU.
My name is Kalima Bodis. I am a junior. I am a communications major. And yeah.
How did this come about? How did this group start?
Well, we started in our freshman year dorm room because we were freshman roommates, didn't know each other. And we were having a conversation like we should do something about women of color, but then it didn't officially start until we were juniors. And we did our first shoot November 11th, 2015.
You've got some beautiful pictures.
Thank you.
And you know, that's interesting because I know that you do more than the pictures. I mean, that's really your awareness campaign. Mm-hmm. But you also have events, you have rallies, you've gone into Boston, and you're also really supporting each other through the process of your education. So it's almost like, you know, counseling as well as, you know, social support and networking. Mm-hmm. But this photo shoot is so interesting. Why did you want to start with that?
You can.
Because we think that image is everything. So through these photo shoots, it helps individuals build confidence and it helps people promote themselves and put themselves out there, because you never know who's going to see our social media. So that's basically why we did the shoots.
Yeah. And you have tons of followers. And one of the other things that I read about within those photos is you're highlighting the individual. You're showing what it is that they want to do for the future potentially. So it's good for employment, you know, maybe employers are going to see them. But then also, doesn't it inspire other women because they see their shade, their, you know, heritage, they see women of color and they think, so can I go.
Right, that's what we wanted to do, especially for the younger girls coming in, because we needed role models for the younger girls especially, and then also the people who are here with us. Like, we started together in 2013, and we both had our ups and downs with school, and we both had times when we doubted each other and doubted ourselves, and it was definitely a moment. This organization brings it all together. So, yeah. So,
tell me why you think it's so critical that women of color are helping other women of color. You know, what is it about that that's really so critical when you are in need of help?
Well, like growing up, usually, like in the neighborhood that I grew up, everybody's against each other. So for there to be like four beautiful women making moves, it's really good. And I know that I have sisters there when I need them.
Yeah. Because what are some of the things that you've experienced? Either personally or stories that you've heard about?
I can't.
Where do we start? I think all of us can relate to colorism, of course, racism, and having people doubt you because you're a woman, and having people question your abilities. And they all can do whatever they want to do. These are very, very capable women we have on this stage. So I think that was our motivation. People telling us we couldn't do it. People doubting our organization, saying, "Oh, why are you guys doing that?" Like, that was the motivation. Like, because we can and we will, and you're not going to stop us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting too that you're not a club from Framingham State.
No.
And I think that, you know, that translates into a lot of different institutions and different environments, that being boxed in almost, or not necessarily in a negative way, but having to follow a set of regulations that potentially is not the direction that you want to take your organization. I think that takes a lot of courage, because what other barriers does that bring up if you're not a club? Like financially, what does that mean financially?
So everything we do straight out of pocket,
right?
And which is difficult because we're all still in college and we can't even buy a cup of noodles sometimes. So it's hard. So we have to schedule everything out and make sure that everything is in order before we take steps. But sometimes we take the steps forward and we don't even have a dime in our pocket. We just use our steps to motivate us to get the money that we need.
Yeah. And do a lot of people help you?
I don't think so. I think we help each other.
Yeah. And I think that's what we stand for. So it doesn't
helping each other.
Exactly.
Why do you think people are not helping? And have you asked for help? Because that always has to be the first thing. Are you afraid to ask for help because of the experiences that you've had?
Personally, a lot of help comes with ties. It comes with you have to do this and you have to do this. I think that we would love to accept help when it comes from the heart. When it comes from, I like what you're doing, I see what you're doing, I want to promote this, I want other women to see it. But when it comes to, you have to do this for us, or you owe us this, we don't want that type of help.
Yeah, something always with a string attached to it. Yeah. Okay, well, we are going to take a short break, and when we come back, Brilliance, Guidance, Melanin, and Togetherness will share some of the challenge that they've faced and some strategies that are going to help us to understand how to overcome those barriers. So keep watching, everybody. Welcome back. We're speaking with BGMT, group created by 4 women to support women of color. So tell me about the things that you want, the message that you want people to take away right now. Let's pretend this is your time to share something that people will never forget. What is that thing?
Well, I think for me personally that our photo shoots just aren't photo shoots. They're confidence boosters. Just seeing a girl similar to you, whether you're insecure about your face, your body, your skin tone, it could be your ears, your eyebrows, it doesn't matter, If you see a similarity, it's like, she's like me, maybe I could be on camera, maybe I could be on Instagram. So to have that lasting effect on any woman of any age, any color, any shade, that's something money can't buy.
True. That's priceless. That's true. Let's talk about that for a second, because I'm way older than you guys, like a lot, but we're not going to go there. But, when I was growing up, so you all know, I come from a Latin household, and, majority of the experiences that I had, although the shade of my skin is not, my internal heart is Latin, and I always felt like I was different because I had that experience in myself. I'm not equating anything here. What I'm trying to say is, growing up without somebody that looked like a Latin person or had a strong color that was different from mine, that really didn't exist very much. There weren't dolls that were black. They weren't, they weren't brown skinned, pictures, images. That, to me, it's changed, but that's because I'm coming from, something that never existed. What's your experience now seeing, does there need to be more images? You're talking about the photo shoots that you do and the images that you're bringing to life. The more images of people that never see images of themselves that are, considered beautiful by society, it's almost easier to feel beautiful. Unfortunately, we should be beautiful all the time. We should feel beautiful all the time. What's your take on the images that you see?
I feel like a lot of images put women of color into a box. And that's one of the things that we wanted to kind of attack when we did this photo shoot and all the photo shoots we do, because nobody looks the same in our photo shoots. And that was the kind of thing we wanted to show, because You can't put people in a box like that. And I feel like the images that people put out, especially about women of color, are always very like monochromatic. It's always one way or another, or not representative of one side. Like the darkest shade they'll have is like Tyra Banks, and it's like, oh, there's a whole section that you missed.
Like 6 other shades.
Yeah, there's like, you know, we missed about 20 shades. So that's one of the things we definitely wanted to attack first, especially with the first photo shoot.
Love that.
And all the ones to follow.
Yeah. And you're not just photo shoots, right? I mean,
at all.
you know,
We're
that's
more than
something,
photo
right?
Of course.
Okay, that's something that you said. So this is a grassroots effort that started here, but it's going to spread. What's the message that you're going to share with every institution? Because essentially it is guiding and supporting women of color through higher education. Why do you want to do it through higher education? What's the thread there that you think is so critical?
I think that higher education is the key to success, and if we don't stick together in that process, we'll fall apart. Like, sticking together is the most essential thing for us, to be honest, because we've been through a lot, even within our own group. Like, sticking together is what is keeping us going, because if we don't know how to communicate with each other, if we don't know how to talk to each other, we'll never be able to be on the same page.
I also think that college is a very important stage in our life. You know, we're still growing, we're finding ourselves. So it's like, what better than to have togetherness at that point when you're going through stuff? What better than to have people that look like you so you don't feel alone? You know, it's very crucial moment in our lives, and it can make or break us. So we would rather it make us.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. You know, and I think too that this will continue way past college. Don't you think? I mean, this is like a network of
really
sisters.
hope so.
I mean, it's almost a sorority, and not in the same way, but sort of is in the same way.
Yeah. Except we don't exclude anyone.
You don't exclude
Or
anyone.
haze.
Or what?
Haze.
Or haze. Good point.
Or any of those.
Right. Or any of those. This is just supportive and
yeah.
empathetic and really encouraging each other to be successful and to reach your goals.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, you're impressive women, and I'm so grateful that you joined us on Woman2Woman Today, because we need more women like you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We need more women like you as well.
Wow.
Exactly.
I need to know where you got that dress.
Oh, thank you, Brilliance, Guidance, Melanin, and Togetherness for sharing their journey and their inspiration with us. Please remember to follow, like, and subscribe to Woman2Woman Today on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube so you don't miss a show. Thanks to the entire team at Access Framingham, especially Shavarsh Morrissey and Francesca Cerruti Harris. Thanks also to Jess Friswell, our assistant producer. I'm Jen Maseda, your host of Woman2Woman Today. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time, where we hope to inspire you.